was that? Oops. Here it is. Yeah, we'll see. Hello there, everyone. Right now on Pirates 5 p.m. on Tuesday, September 8th. Well, is any news to speak of it today? Did anyone see that TV show? I laughed so hard. There we go again. That's all for today. I don't think today's a fruit day. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think it is. There's our thing from Gullivar. KK Stroll, which we might already have. The Moon Rug. We got a letter from Zucker. I like sending postcards to my friends. Should I write more? That's cute. That's really cute. I swear you like Fred's send more letters in this game. I have no proof of that, of course, but I feel like they definitely do. A present. Put in storage. That might be useful later. That's what I'm really after. See, I don't know if we already have this one. I think we do. Yep. So that means it just goes on the wall with all the others. Oops. Would it be under other? Yeah, it would be. I still don't know if we have all the KK Slider tracks, but we're definitely getting close, whatever it is. I do want to change. It's been a while. Let's just wear something very traditional. Oh, no. Yeah. Let's do that. Where is the heart apron? We haven't worn the heart apron in a while. I think I passed it. Meme shirt. There it is. Yeah, look at that. Heart apron. And our little pen. The one I wear all the time. And I was thinking more of like a boot. Yeah, sure. The heart apron, it's funny. I find it funny anyways. So, today is not a fruit day. Today is a nothing day. We finished the crab rave in a single day yesterday. Which was pretty cool. It's not raining today, which... The next time it rains, I've got something special planned. But it clearly didn't rain today. Oops. Wrong one. Praise be unto Helix. So I guess let's go look for fossils and whatnot. If today's a fruit day, that makes my life so much easier, but I don't think it is. Oh god, look at all those crickets. We might actually take a powder flower garden today. Depending on if I got lucky with the pansies. We can actually get rid of the blue pansy garden. Because I don't need it anymore. Today is not a fruit day. I was like, is Yuka thinking of something? I don't know how Octavian keeps getting fleas. Oh, thanks so much. I scratched your back. I was actually really hoping that, because I know there's an achievement for catching fleas. And I was kind of hoping that was going to be it. And our shovel broke. And there's two wow. That's honestly the closest together I've ever seen two fossils. Hey, thanks for saying hi. I was thinking about what to do, and I almost had an idea. Almost. Ah, God, Zucker's so much fun. Oh, we do have to check turnip prices. Yeah. I completely forgot about that. No, seriously, I did forget about that. I did not need to craft anymore. Alright, let's go deal with this part first. Yep, that's all good. God, there are so many crickets hanging around here. Nothing up here. Oh, maybe we'll go around and shake some trees. I was going to do that yesterday, maybe 2 days ago now. And then we got sidetracked with other stuff. I mean, it's not like, that's not a bad thing. Half the time, it's good to be sidetracked by other things every once in a while. Especially when my plans are as flimsy as shake acorn. Gosh, I wasn't even looking in that direction. Fine, good. Some gold. We do need some more gold nuggets. I always forget about them, but we do actually need them for stuff. Oh, good. Leaf's here today. That may actually change everything as well. A bit leisurely on the island. What is up? Life's pretty rad, kids. I mean, it's not perfect, but what is? Let's actually check this now while we're here. Okay. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh, we're buying today we're working on roses. Ooh, today we are working on roses. Ho, 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 ho. Today we start the long, arduous, gruesome, soul-crushing process of getting a blue rose. Ho, 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 ho. Oh my gosh. Finally. I wasn't even facing that direction. Oh. Just nice to relax. Animal Crossing, listen to some music. In-game music. I was checking. So I've been talking for the past few days about like a group project. And yeah, no, it actually, we got shit together and the group project is basically done. That's good. That happened, which is good. Yeah, it happened fine. I mean, is it due in like, I don't know, like 6 hours? Yes. Did we cut this shit closer than I would have liked? Yes. But hey, we got it done. We got it fucking done. Ah, Crab Rave. What a fun thing. A fossil. Don't care about mosquitoes. No longer care about rocks. We'll worry about plants. We'll worry about those peaches later. Probably tomorrow. Oh, we got 2 money trees today. Because one of the days they didn't grow. Yeah, that happened. So we're missing a single fossil. Look at all these roses. We're gonna get rid of like half of them. I don't need like over half of them. Crickets, turtles. Nothing. Nothing. So it's got to be over here. Yeah, we're gonna keep like these, this one, and maybe this one. Everything else is going bye-bye. This, yep, we got one there, so those are done. These just, I probably need to weed out. These can start growing good things at any time now. Anytime now. Alright, let's go find... That last fossil should be up here somewheres. Yep, there it is. Alright, let's go donate these and sell some shit. I mean, we've got a bunch... Because of those 2 money trees, we have a good chunk of money already going into this. But, you know, you can always use more. It says fossils. Nope, that's all we need today. Oh yeah, I was pulling up Turn Up. I was like, what was I doing? Because I got distracted by, I guess, Toby Fox. They're doing, like, an Undertale, like, concert. And he also announced, like, a new shirt today. Because, yeah, I think Undertale's 5 years old. This year, so yeah. I guess that, again, there's a lot of news stories I have written down. That's actually not one of them. But yeah, that happened today. I mean, that's cool. Undertale has the best... I'll stand by it. Undertale has the best music of any game. No question. Hands down, no question. Yeah, that looks alright. Of course, turnip prices. 118. Okay, that's a little lower than yesterday, but not too bad. So we are fluctuating, and our prices are probably going to fluctuate a little more over the week, so I'll keep an eye out on them, but basically from this point on, if I probably hit over 120, we're probably going to sell. Because even though it's only like a $30 profit, I'll take a $30 profit. That's not too bad. Where is it? There it is. There it is. There's the rose. I was pulling up the rose chart. Is that a towel? It kind of looks like just a towel. I mean, I'm pretty sure I already have the doublet. I also think I have the tailored jacket. I will take a bath towel, though. Is that a tango dress? Okay. Yeah, sure. Not bad. Okay, so let's go clear up the garden. And then we'll go buy some flowers. We got a few things to clear up first. I do want to check my achievements. We like all of this, for example. Ooh, also I do want to do one more thing before we get any farther on it. Can I place a rug outdoors? I think I should be able to, but I'm not entirely sure. No, I can't. I had a really clever idea for the rug. That's kind of disappointing. Ah, whatever. So let's clear. We're clearing out a bunch of this stuff that we don't need. There's a lot of duplicate roses in here that are just like, nope, don't need them. So we got news from actually all three companies today: Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. And so I guess I should go in the order we like learned about them. Right? So as of today, Microsoft has officially revealed the Xbox Series S. So here's what it looks like. Here's a full image of it. Xbox Series S. This leaked. Let's see, when did this leak? This leaked around 8:07 p.m. yesterday. So right, we got the official leak reveal, which we'll talk about how it looks. We got some video leak. There was like a size comparison. Then around like midnight-ish, maybe a little, right, depending on your timeline, Xbox tweeted out this, and then about an hour later, they were like, you know what, screw it, let's make it official. Xbox Series X next-gen performance is the smallest Xbox ever, $300, so $299 ERP, looking forward to sharing more soon, promise. And then we got then the video leaked, and then the next day the video was made official, with all of these specs we'll get back to, and a November 10th release date. So I want to look at that image, but we'll talk about that here in a second. So that all happened last night. It was just like, hey, guess what? The new Xbox, right? The Xbox Series X has been one of the worst kept secrets, like, ever. And, okay, let's talk about the name real quick. I just want to get that off. I saw, when the thing leaked last night, I saw people, like, commenting about the name. Is the name good? Is the name bad? Right? All really good questions that nobody has the answer to. And immediately, back to back, I was seeing people who were, like, getting the name wrong. So this name is very easy to screw up. You know, I saw someone make the comment like, oh, well, it's not actually that big of a deal. I mean, like, when a new iPhone comes out, people are able to know which new one to get. This whole Series X, Series S thing isn't going to be too hard. But I must remind them... Okay, I didn't actually tweet this out, even though I almost did. The difference between the iPhone and the Xbox is that when the new iPhone comes out, it's the iPhone 11, the iPhone 12, the iPhone X, which is just 10. Xbox comes out, no, it's Xbox. Xbox 360, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, Xbox One X. That isn't that simple naming scheme. To get a naming scheme like that, you'd have to name your console something like, I don't know, PlayStation, and then name the sequel to that console PlayStation 2, and name the sequel to that PlayStation 3. No, consumers have not gotten any smarter, and this name is one that is very easy to get tongue-twisted. Almost immediately, I was tongue-twisted by this name. Immediately. So this garden, right down here with the pansies and whatnot, is now done. Right, I have all the pansies I want. Yes, would I have each like to give them their own square? In theory, yes. But they don't actually need their own square. Yeah, theoretically, we should be... It's only like a 6% chance. I can look it up right now. But this garden should theoretically give us pansies. It's a 6% chance. Yep. 6% for pansies and 6% for windflowers. It's pretty rare, but it's rare enough. Ooh, it's uploaded. Okay, so yeah, my group project is done. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm not going to tear this thing down yet, even though I probably should. Right now, what I want to see... let's go trash some stuff and throw those, like, that gold and that rug in the house. What I wanted to do was I wanted to take the rug and put it, like, out here on the grass next to the telescope for the moon day stuff. Which I don't know when the moon day is. I haven't seen the moon in this game in, like, a week or two. But that was kind of what I was hoping to do, but it looks like I can't do that, so... Womp, womp, womp. But yeah, so that's our new... So yeah, this leak is interesting, because, right, so far, Xbox and Sony have kind of been... Or Microsoft and Sony have kind of been in a stalemate, where we're at the start of the next generation. The next generation starts in November. That's kind of been generally agreed upon, but neither company wants to give the official date, and neither company wants to give a price point. And then there's the whole Xbox Series S thing, which again is supposed to come out, which comes out in 2 months, and yet we knew nothing about. And Xbox probably wasn't going to reveal for a little while longer. This leak kind of forced their hand, and it ended the stalemate. Now that Microsoft has officially announced the price of the Xbox Series S, that kind of ends their stalemate. Sony could put out a new console at any point now. Or not their new Sony could put out their price point at any point now. Because I think kind of the hope was that Sony, or at least from Microsoft, was that Sony was going to reveal their price point first. And then Microsoft was able to just going to come in and be like, oh, why buy a $500 PlayStation 5 when you can get our $500 Xbox, or even cheaper, get our $300 Xbox Series S. Again, that name's going to fuck me up. Okay, so let's see. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Oh, wait. Okay, so I need 13 white. Wait, before I even go back. 13 white. I need... Oh, that was no help. Oops, clicked the wrong button. Hey, poultry man. How you doing? Okay, so I need 13 white. I'm going to need yellows, and I'm going to need reds. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Sure. So I'm playing New Leaf. Yeah. I mean, depending on who you ask, some people will tell you New Leaf's a better game. It's complicated. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I need 18 reds and 13 whites. Okay, I can do that. It'd probably be easier just to buy 15 and with the other number. I'm here to shop. But yeah, so we get this new Xbox reveal, which is right. This is a very non-traditional time for console reveals. Like, the fact that we don't know the price point of either of these boxes is just weird. But now this forced Xbox's hand. We now know what the Series S looks like. We know the price point, and also along with the Series S, like the leak, we also found there was another leak that said the price point was $399, and the price point for the Series X is $599 or $499, which I did not expect. I was expecting it to be the full I was expecting it to be $600. And then you have the Series S, which is half that price. But nope, $599 or $499. And the PlayStation 5 is also probably going to be $499. Okay, we need one more set of 5. I lose track. But yeah, so and now there is, of course, immediately the conspiracy theory popped up. What if Xbox did this on purpose? What if Xbox intentionally leaked the Xbox Series S in order to end the stalemate? Because they know that no matter what price PlayStation 5 is revealed at, they have a win. The Xbox Series S at $300 is a winning hand for them. So they couldn't do like a big revent reveal or anything. So instead they purposefully leaked their console and then made it official just to outdo Sony. Like, maybe because we're probably going to find out Sony's price point here in the next few days. So there is a real chance. So there's the conspiracy theory that Xbox did this on purpose. That everything was planned out by Xbox. That we're all just playing into their hands. Personally, I don't believe it. Personally, I do not believe it. So we are going to need yellows. I'm probably also going to get 20 yellows. We probably will never use that many. But I'm probably going to get 20 anyways. We'll probably only use like half of that. But yeah, so this is just a very interesting position. It really is. I don't think it, personally, I don't believe in the conspiracy theory, but it's very, right, like, oh, your console leaks, and then it's just like, you know what, screw it, we're gonna make it official. No big reveal event, we're just gonna drop it. That's basically what Nintendo's been pulling recently, of just like, oh, we're not gonna make a big deal out of our launches. We're just gonna boom, log on to Twitter and find a new reveal trailer. That's what Nintendo's been doing a lot recently. That's what they did this morning, and we'll talk about that here in a second. The one thing I have been skipping over, admittedly, is the actual design of the console. The actual design of the Xbox Series S. If it was just like, right, I think the refrigerator, as we called the Xbox Series X, doesn't look that bad. It's very simplistic, but I don't think that's an actual problem. The S, on the other hand, is kind of like if you took that console and cut it in half. It's a much smaller console. And I don't have a problem with that either. My problem is it looks like a set of speakers. You've got that big black circle on the side that just completely stands out from it. Now, I know, because historically, with the Xbox 360, it had terrible heating problems, right? The console overheated very easily, which infamously led to the Red Ring of Death. Which I'm still amazed didn't do more, because 1 in every 2 Xboxes had the Red Ring of Death. And I am still amazed that didn't, like, completely destroy Xbox's brand image. But it didn't, so I don't know. But yeah, so, right, their big worry has been heat venting. If you look at the original design of the X-Bone, it has that giant heating vent on the side of it. Later X-Bone models also have a big heating vents on them. The Xbox Series Series X has a giant heating vent on top. This one also has a giant heating vent on top, but we've also got this side heating vent that looks like a speaker. Now, if you actually watch the reveal video, I actually kind of like how, like, you see, like, the circles within the vent are, like, there's all, like, these little circles of games. I don't think it's actually not that bad of a reveal trailer. It's just weird, man. This is... I mean, admittedly, I think Nintendo did something very similar for the Switch, where it was just kind of like, oh, boom, one day you wake up and, oh, here's the Switch, right? Did we even know it was called the Switch at the time? I think we did, when the reveal trailer dropped in October, and it was just 6 months later, here's the system, an event in January, and yeah. I don't know, we are in very non-traditional times here. And I don't know what to do about any of it. But yeah, the big black circle on the side, like the dot, nah, I don't care for it. But other than, like, the white console, as I said with the PS5, I think white consoles actually look fine. Like, I think the PS5 looks pretty good, actually. I know not everyone agrees with me there, but no, I'm fine with the design. So I do actually... Wait. Oh, I'm waiting on blue hyacinths. That was it. We should clear out this side of the garden. We should clear out this. Because this has become a mess. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Xbox Series X is fine. But this S, it just isn't doing it for me. Nah, I'm good. But yeah, so that was the whole story of the Xbox Series X. There are some things like if I pull up the image here that I was looking at, it's all digital, so there is no disk drive. We kind of saw this coming, right? That's like, especially because with Xbox having their whole cloud gaming thing, it makes sense for Xbox to try to push like an all digital console. Right? Like, if you, like, this could have been a $100 box that just did good, like, xCloud games, and people would have been, like, fine with that. Like, Xbox could get away with that. I mean, probably not for $100, but maybe if it did, like, native, like, 4K xCloud games or something, if they found a way to squeeze that into, like, a $100 box that was just basically, like, a Roku, but for cloud games. I don't know how any of this cloud game stuff works, so... yeah. Okay, so we weeded this a little bit. We can get rid of some of these black flowers as well. But yeah, so it's all digital. 1440p at 120 frames per second. We'll see about that. They can say that now, but that doesn't mean that'll be universally true. Direct ray tracing. When I was talking to someone about the leak last night, their first thing, like before the leak, like before the official reveal, their first thought was like, oh, it's not going to have the new thing's not going to have ray tracing. But no, it says they're going to have ray tracing, variable rate shading, variable refresh rate, ultra low latency, custom 512 gigabyte SSD, which I know SSDs are a big deal for people. I don't know much about them. But I know, like, it's for better gameplay. Like, I think they were talking about, was it Ratchet and Clank recently? No, it was, Kenna and the Bridge of Spirits, where on the PlayStation 5 with the SSD and whatnot, from turning on your console to getting into the game, with the SSD and whatnot, it takes 2 seconds. That's really interesting. 4K streaming media playback on the Xbox. That's what I'm talking about with the xCloud thing. And then 4K upscaling. Yeah, no, as devices go, Xbox is in a really interesting position. They've got a lot to gain from the success of this little box. And I think they're in a more virtuous position than they could be. Like, they've got a lot of potential here. They could totally screw it up. I still think their first-party lineup is kind of whatever. I mean, they've got some good stuff there, but their first-party lineup I still don't think is that great. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Okay, Halo did get delayed, so that kind of threw off everything. Oops. Let's pull up the next thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna buy one. I'm perfectly happy with my Nintendo Switch. I have a PS4. I was considering, I did start saving money for a potential PS5. I've actually been saving for a while now, putting aside a little money here and there. But I was also thinking, with that rumor of a new Switch coming out next year, I might just wait for that. I don't know yet. I haven't fully decided either way. Oh, we got plant 300 flowers. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't fully decided on if I'm going to get a PS5, because I'm mostly into the PS5 for the exclusives. I'm interested in Miles Morales. I'm interested in Spider-Man. Right? That's what's got me interested in the PS5. Not any of that other crap that I don't care about. But yeah. Now, I was going to go in order I saw this stuff, because the Xbox thing leaked last night at 1 a.m. The next thing I technically saw was the Nintendo thing, but I want to talk about the PlayStation stuff real quick. So, PlayStation, sometime this morning, around, 9 hours ago, put out this, which is pre-orders start Thursday, September 10th. This is in the UK, or the European Union, or whatever. 24K gold digital edition of a PS5, a 19-karat rose gold digital PS5, a platinum digital PS5, and then there's the versions with the discs. There's a gold controller and a golden headset. All for insane amount of money. 8,000 euros for the digital version. For 24 karat gold, a little over 8,100 for the rose gold, 8,200 for the platinum. The versions with the disc drive, 8,100 for 24, 8,200 for the rose gold, and 8,300 for the euro. This is all in euros for the platinum. And then the the controllers are basically $750 and $400 for the headset. Oh, I didn't actually switch the screen back over. Crazy. Yeah, we don't know the actual price point of the PS5 yet, but we know what the price point is when it's made out of 24 karat gold. And pre-orders for that start tomorrow? 2 days from now. Yep, that's pretty crazy. So that was our PlayStation news tonight. Also that Kena Bridge of Spirits thing about the game loading in 2 seconds, which I think is very interesting. But yeah, that was our PlayStation news, man. It's wow, that's crazy. I don't know what to do with that at all. At all. Yeah, of course, I suspect within the next week. Now that Xbox has broken the stalemate and we know the price of the PS5, or the Xbox Series S, they technically haven't revealed the official price of the Series X yet. But we basically know it. But now that Microsoft's broken the stalemate, within a few weeks, we're going to find out the price point of the new of the price of the PlayStation. I give it a week or two. It's not going to be long at all. Because, of course, now, oh, well, because there's going to be definitely a price difference between their disc and discless version. I mean, this thing makes it look like it's going to, like, based on how the solid gold version is, it makes it look like it's going to be $100. Maybe that's just for the gold version. Maybe it'll just be a $50 difference. But that's still a big deal. That's still a pretty big deal, so we'll see how Sony responds to that. But I don't know. I'm more interested in PlayStation for the exclusives like Miles Morales, like Horizon, like a bunch of other stuff I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. So before we get into the Nintendo thing, I pulled up my flower chart, which you can see over here. And so, wow, this used to give me a better, like, full screen image. That's disappointing. So right now we're breeding for this, and we're breeding for these. Now, so basically, once we get these, so I'm going to take these purples, which we already have 4 of, breed them with yellows to get this white, which will then replace the whites with the yellows to get these purples, which will then use these purples to get this white, which we will then breed with the other reds we're getting. It's a fucking mess. But if you look, it's got like a, I don't know, like a... Is that a 25% chance of getting us what we want? I also want space to test out this. But this is the plan for the moment, is just to like... I'm starting right here and right here. We're probably going to get these blacks fairly quickly. But then it's all about getting these. I mean, we have a lot. We have this entire garden. We have this entire garden, because this is technically, we don't need this part anymore. This is good. This stays. This can technically stay. This definitely stays. Oops, whatever. Oh, wait, I forgot to switch the screen over again. So, right, so this is where we're growing roses. I'm probably going to start planting some roses over here. This garden needs to stay, right? This is all our hydrangea stuff and tulips. This garden can be destroyed. At any point, if we need this destroyed, this can be destroyed. Easy. This one, this stays. This is the pansy one. This is what we've been working on. The lilies, technically we don't need, like, we don't really need the lilies. So, like, if I destroy it, it's not that big of a deal, because you can rebuild the lily garden in, like, a minute. This one also, I mean, this one stays. This one would also be easy to duplicate. Not like I've watered both of these in a while. But yeah, so I guess we should start working with oranges, or with purples. Now, unlike the other designs that I've been showing off, that I've done, like, I've been using, like, a pre-existing pattern. I have no pattern for these. This is just me, like, figuring this out off, like, using that one chart I just showed you to try to, like, figure it out. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try. But yeah, I might take up 3 gardens with this. Because, yeah, so what we need is what? 8 more of these purples that we can then breed into whites. And then we'll put the whites somewheres. And then we'll also set up the blacks? We'll set up the blacks right here. But the other side we'll leave blank. We'll breed the whites to make purples, which will breed with the yellows to make whites, which will then breed with the same. So basically how it could go is once we get all this filled in, we start breeding for whites, which then we can take out these yellows and replace them with those whites. That'll give us a new hybrid purple. And then somewheres else, we'll have to breed the purples and the yellows that we get to see if, like, they successfully breed and make what we want. Tried getting and gave up after a month with no blue roses. That's kind of what I like. Give it a month's time, and I'm sure I'll be at that point. But I mean, I still have another, what, 200 and something days to go in this series. So I might as well just give it my damnedest shot, right? Like, I mean, I've been waiting for Leaf to show up and sell roses for, like, weeks now. But this is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be an utter nightmare. But by gum if I'm going to do it. That's all we can water for now, because we gotta wait for all this other stuff to grow. Wow. We'll put some of these things in storage. We'll toss the rest of it. So I've talked about Microsoft. I've talked about Sony. The last announcement today was Nintendo. Because... And I need Celeste to actually show up during Shooting Stars so I get the Nova lights for my waterfall interest. I haven't seen Celeste in so long. I haven't seen Shooting Stars in so long. My island just hasn't had Shooting Stars in a while. Oops. It's dumb. I miss... It would be cool to get some Shooting Stars. But yeah, so Nintendo... So this morning I woke up and I'm scrolling through Twitter and I see... What's it called? The Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I think that's the correct name. Yeah, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I see that on my Twitter notification and I'm like, oh, what's this? Go to Nintendo's... Because I wasn't expecting anything from Nintendo. I mean, we just got that Mario Direct like last week. So I was like, oh, we still have some time before Nintendo announces anything. Nope. Sure enough, they announced something rather big today, in my opinion. Which we'll talk about how, like, we treat big announcements and whatnot. But they announced a new thing. Because the 24th, I had an announced a meteor shower, no Celeste. And a couple days later, I have stars again, no Celeste. Yeah, I don't get Celeste. I just don't get her. But yeah, so... So, what this new thing is... So, I should say right now, I've never played a Musa game. I've never played Hyrule Warriors. I've never played any of the Dynasty Warriors games. I do actually... So, another Musa game was Fire Emblem Warriors, which came out on Switch and 3DS, and it sold like dog shit. And because of that, there were very like low... Because of the low sales, the game was constantly on sale. Like, I don't think Hyrule Warriors has been on sale in a while, but this Fire Emblem Warriors definitely was. I got the game for like $10. I got the game for $10 like a year back. I went looking for it. So I have like my Switch games are all like stacked up on top of each other. It was at the very bottom of the stack. I've never touched it. I've touched Sushi Strikers more than I've touched Fire Emblem Warriors. And I've never played Sushi Strikers either. But yeah. So I've never played a Musa game. They don't seem like my style of game personally. Like, it's just not like going and beating like spectacle. Like, I don't like spectacle fighters, and while this is technically isn't a spectacle fighter, it's just not my style of game. I don't know, admittedly, I know don't knock it till you try it. And maybe I will try it. I've always kind of wanted to pick up Hyrule Warriors, but I never actually have. 4 stars, yeah. Yeah, I've always kind of been interested. But yeah, so this is a Hyrule Warriors game set in the Breath of the Wild universe. And it takes place... So in how Breath of the Wild works is like 100 years ago, there's like Ganon came back, Calamity Ganon came back, turned all the robots evil, killed all the champions, defeated Link, and right, Zelda sacrifices herself to stop him. Sacrifices, I use quotes there. So this game, and then the main story of Breath of the Wild, all that happens, takes place 100 years later, after Link has basically been resurrected. Now, all that stuff with the champions, with Zelda struggling to, like, learn her powers and whatnot, I found super interesting. I loved the character of Zelda. I loved Mipha, Urabosa, Revalius, whatever. The Goron I like. I can't remember his name, though. Daruk? Yeah, it's Daruk. I don't care for Rivali. But the other three are all cool. Zelda's great. Link's interesting. But you really don't get much. You get a few cutscenes here and there. Oh my god. Isabelle demoted you to 2 stars. God, she's ruthless, man. Utterly ruthless. But yeah, so we get this... So, right, there's all this stuff that happened 100 years ago that's all super interesting, and we get glimpses of it here and there, and that's also super interesting. Like, all those, like, little flashback segments are fantastic. I love those little flashback segments in Breath of the Wild. But there's not much of them. There's, like, a few, and that's it. So this Hyrule Warriors Calamity of Ganon, or whatever it was called, Age of Calamity, is a prequel set during the time where Ganon came back. And it's... Because, right, at one point, like, one of the cutscenes in the game, at one point, like, shows Link fighting off, like, an army of, like, all, like, Lionels and all sorts of other monsters. And it's, like, it's a neat scene. It would have been cool to play. But now we're getting it in the Dynasty Warriors thing, and this is canon, right? This isn't like Hyrule Warriors that exists within this weird, like, pseudo-canon state. Nope, this is completely canon, and it's actually... Aonuma helped on this game, right? He was directly involved with the development in some way. Presumably, he's still doing... Presumably, he was the main... Right, he was the main director on Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever, head executive producer or whatever. But him and his team did give contribution to this game. This isn't just Koei Tecmo. This is his team and Koei Tecmo working together. That alone, boom, already I'm sold on it. Just the concept alone has me sold on it. I don't care for these Musa games, but I like there was all this interesting potential in the original Breath of the Wild that we just only got through, like, a few cutscenes, and I want more. And I hope the voice cast comes back as well. Like, I don't know if that's Patricia Somerset as Zelda, but I hope it is, because I think she did a pretty good job. I know some people disagree with me, but I liked her. She's pretty cool. But yeah, I have a lot of hopes for this game. I don't care about Warriors games, but I'm probably going to pick this up. I also do want to pick up the original Hyrule Warriors at some point as well. Because I saw a lot of potential in that game as, like, a love letter to Zelda. Right? And I love me some Zelda, and I'd love a love letter to Zelda. That sounds like a great idea. And I really should pick this up. Or I should pick up the first Hyrule Warriors as well. Even though they aren't connected. Even though I always liked that there was a fan theory that the events of Hyrule Warriors actually combine the Zelda multiverse. Like it basically makes the 3 split timelines one singular timeline, which is why Breath of the Wild has Koroks and it has Gorons, it has the bird people whose names I'm forgetting. Not Rivali is the name of the guy, but they're called Rito, I think. Right, but it's this fan conspiracy theory that it doesn't have that much proof. But I think it's really interesting nevertheless. And I don't know, I can see the potential for it. Oh, finally, our first acorn. That took us forever. But yeah, no, I'm seriously interested in this game. I feel like there's a lot of potential here. And yeah, you're playing as Zelda, who's got the Sheikah Slate. You've got Link, and he'll probably control similar to how he does in Hyrule Warriors. Even though we've also seen, like, if you pre-order the game, you get Link with a pot and a pan, or with like a pot lid as a shield and a ladle as a weapon. That's pretty funny. I'll admit that. That's pretty funny. Crab-Rave. But yeah, I'm super interested to play at the Champions. I really want the game to connect with me, right? Like, I really want to care about the Champions. So because they die, right? Like, that's one of the opening things of Breath of the Wild, is that the Champions have been killed. So I really, really want the games, like, to make me care about the Champions. and then them have like this big sacrifice at the end that just like breaks your heart when they die. Like I know what the DLC for Breath of the Wild that I never actually played because I'm terrible. Kind of got into some of the stuff like that. But goddamn, I'm so interested in this game. Like right off the bat, Nintendo's got me like all interested in it. Sure, Nintendo, do your thing. I think getting Koei Tecmo in on this, you know what, making this canon, sure, this makes perfect sense. I'm totally down for it. I'm so, like, I shouldn't, like, it's a Musume game, like, a genre I don't even really like that much. But I'm super interested in it. Just because I like the Breath of the Wild universe. I like its characters. And I'm super excited to see more of it. Ah, that sounds so good. And it's coming, and this is Nintendo's big holiday game. At least, right, whether they wanted it to be or not, this is going to be Nintendo's big holiday game. Because there was a lot of questions like, hey, is Nintendo even going to have a holiday game? Because we know COVID screwed up Nintendo's plans. Like, there's been a lot of hints at it and a lot of obvious things, but more recently it was just basically outright confirmed when we found out the Mario Maker thing. The Mario Maker 35th anniversary thing got delayed from April. Yeah, no, COVID completely fucked up Nintendo's plans. So whether this was supposed to have come out sooner, like was this always going to be Nintendo's holiday game? Who knows? Maybe Breath of the Wild was supposed to be Breath of the Wild 2, was supposed to be Nintendo's holiday game, and that got pushed back because of COVID. Who knows? Because Aonuma did say during the thing that that they're going to need some more time on Breath of the Wild. So they've made this to kind of like hold people over. Hey, Jisoo, how you doing? What'd you think of the Zelda Hyrule Warriors announcement this morning? Did you see it? Any thoughts on it? Oh, more iron. Woo. Oh, wow, even more iron. Double woo. Where's my nut? But yeah, I'm so down for this game, man. Yeah, did COVID screw everything up? Was this always supposed to be from whatever? Was this always supposed to be Nintendo's big game? Who knows? My guess would be no. That Nintendo had something planned or something, and then it got delayed for a myriad of reasons. And do I kind of hope Nintendo has like one more big announcement up their sleeves? Yes. Yes, I do. But, you know, if this was Nintendo's lineup, you know, I wouldn't complain too much. I know people want more, and I know there's a lot of discussion on specifically the Mario 35th Anniversary Collection. Like, a lot of people have been arguing, hey, for $60, is this game worth it? Is the Mario Collection worth it? For me, personally, yes it is. I am personally happy with the price of the Mario Collection. But I know not everybody is. And you know what? If you aren't, totally, go ahead, right? There's no reason you have to bow down and do whatever Nintendo says. Personally, I'm happy, but that doesn't mean everyone else is going to be. Right, I get that not everyone's going to be happy. But personally, yeah, no, the Mario Collection for $60, like, as someone who doesn't own a copy of 64, doesn't own a copy of Sunshine, I own a copy of Galaxy, but that's not really breaking my back. I'm personally content with the collection. Do I kind of wish Galaxy 2 was in it? Yes. Do I think that would have made it a much better deal? Yeah, totally. But I'm personally happy. It's got what I want to play in it. That's good for me. If you're not interested, yeah, no, go ahead. I don't, there's like this meme where it's like, shh, where it's like the guy clamping down on the other guy's lips and it's like, shh, let people enjoy things. I'm not one of those guys, right? If you hate something, if you like something, go ahead. And if you want to tell other people, like, oh, I don't like this thing, or I love this thing that people don't like, go right ahead and do it. Just don't be a cunt. If that's one message I can send, just don't be a cunt. Don't be an asshole, don't be a fucker, don't be a bitch. Every other swear word I can possibly think of. Ah, fuck. That's the first time I've been stung by bees in a long time. And that was because I got stuck on the tree. I got stuck on the tree right there. I would have been perfectly fine without it. Of course, I have 5 bee wasps' nests, but I got nothing to do with it. But yeah, no, just don't be a cunt. I think that's the most concise way to put it. But yeah, no, I'm personally, like, between this Mario collection, which comes out in a week and a half, a Pikmin 3 Deluxe that, even though I own Pikmin 3, I'm probably going to get anyways, because I love me some Pikmin 3, and I just want to play Bingo Battle again. And a Mario collection. The Mario collection, this Pikmin thing. There's a bunch of other Nintendo stuff, like the 35th anniversary, like the Mario 35, the Battle Royale. But yeah, I mean, you get that regardless if you have a Nintendo Switch Online. And then there's... Oh, I don't want to mess with those trees. And then there's one other thing I'm forgetting. Oh, I feel like, does Nintendo have anything else? Or is it just that? And then there's this Calamity thing in November, which is like their big holiday game. And again, as always, they still have Animal Crossing, which is going to be the biggest game of the year. Aside for like a Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is just so big, it's unsustainable at this point. Call of Duty is unsustainably big. But other than that, no. A lot of people are going to be buying a Switch for the first time in like November and December. And they're going to get Animal Crossing with it. Nintendo, like, for all the complaints we have about Nintendo not releasing any new information, they've already won this year. Right? They've got all the games they need to get out. They've won. Like, Animal Crossing is insanely big. I mean, the only thing that even comes close to competing with it is freaking Fall Guys. And again, Call of Duty, but Call of Duty's a beast of its own burden. A self-destructive force that will inevitably spell the collapse of the video game industry. But you didn't hear that from me. Oh wait, no, you totally... Well, you didn't hear that from me because I stole it from Jim Sterling. Unchecked greed of the AAA game industry is eventually going to lead to the AAA game industry's collapse. I wonder how many sticks I got. I feel like I got a bunch of sticks. But yeah, no, I'm out of Nintendo's 3 big holiday games coming out, with Mario soon, Pikmin a little later, and Zelda a little later than that. No, I do want to play all 3 of them. Like, I'm totally interested in all 3 of those games. So, I mean, personally, I'm doing good. Yes, do I still like, you're right, like, one more big announcement would be awesome. I don't think it's gonna happen, but who knows? Like, I'm also totally expecting, like, a Smash Bros. Announcement. Like, if next week we get up and there's, like, a Smash Bros. Announcement, I am in no way going to be surprised. Just because right, that's kind of the position Nintendo's in right now. Because while we haven't got a traditional Nintendo Direct, between Pikmin, between the Mario thing last week, which is a Direct in and of itself, and this, Nintendo has basically been doing their, like, own style of Directs. Yeah, Nintendo's basically been doing Direct. They're not in traditional Direct forms. It just seems to be, like, shadow dropping stuff. Wait, did I not... What the hell did I grab? How... Did I grab bamboo seeds on that? I swear I grabbed... whatever. But yeah, Nintendo's basically been announcing enough stuff to qualify as its own Nintendo Direct. I mean, let's be real here. That's what Nintendo's been doing. And I have no problem with it, honestly. On one hand, I'm like, I kind of wish there was just like one place I could get all the information. But either way, I'm getting the information. Do I feel like they announced, do I kind of wish they had waited a little bit to announce Pikmin 3 Deluxe? Either till the end of August or, like, this week, and then announce the Zelda thing next week? Yeah, kind of. Because I feel like they announced Pikmin, like, the Paper Mario thing was great. Because it was only, like, a 2-month difference. This is a whole... This Zelda thing's a 2-month difference, more or less. Alright, the Pikmin thing was a 3-month difference. The Mario thing was 2 weeks. This whole Zelda thing's like 2 months. October, November. That's not much time at all. That's not much time at all. So back in Animal Crossing, we got 3 pine cones, which aren't that many. We got 3 stacks of sticks. We got an exit sign, some iron, 4 bees, of which I got stung by 1 of. A kettle. So we got 8 acorns, which isn't too bad. Some rusted parts. I kind of do hope that as the fall season goes around, some of that stuff gets easier to find. It also sucks I broke my bee streak. I had a really good bee streak there. Look at the... It's been a while since we played at this time of day. Like, right as sunset's going on. That's pretty cool. It's been a while since we've done a night stream as well. I should do another night stream at some point to go looking for turtles. Maybe tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow, no, tomorrow's, I was gonna say tomorrow's a Ubisoft conference, but no, that's Thursday. Always remember, fuck Ubisoft, they protect sexual abusers. I haven't said that in like 2 days, and I really should say it more often. Fuck Ubisoft, they protect sexual abusers, and... fucking Ubisoft. Yeah, but I'm personally happy with what Nintendo's doing. I've gotten a lot of stuff I'm interested in. Yes, could it be done better? Have I gone on several massive rants about all of Nintendo's bullshit? Because there's a lot of bullshit. Yes. Does the announcement of a new Zelda Hyrule Warriors game change that? Change any of that shit? No. Well, okay, admittedly they did fix the Pikmin thing. I'll give them that. They did actually fix that. And there's like a, I don't know, I put it like a 40% chance they fixed the Mario thing. But, I mean, which was better than the 10% I was giving it before. Okay, I was giving it like 1. But, I don't know, Nintendo, they're just in an interesting position. And I think all the criticisms of Nintendo, like them being stuck in the year 1998, still stand. Like, that still stands. Yes, Nintendo does occasionally break the mold. They made Splatoon, which is very un-Nintendo of them, even though it's a very Nintendo game in a lot of ways. They made Breath of the Wild, which takes influence from a lot of modern games, like Ubisoft, like some of Ubisoft stuff. Assassin's Creed, Far Cry. Well, okay, it doesn't have guns, but it takes influence from like Assassin's Creed. I personally say, I mean, there's no proof, but it definitely takes influence from Ubisoft games, that Breath of the Wild. So yes, every once in a while Nintendo does something a little bit more modern. And do I love some of Nintendo's retro stuff? Like, are there a lot of advantages to Nintendo being stuck in 1998? Specifically, they don't do microtransactions or loot boxes or any of that bullshit. Always online subscription services. Nope, Nintendo doesn't deal with any of that. But they still do some bullshit, and I'm gonna call them out for that. I always will, but at the same time, they can do some good stuff. They can make some games I'm excited for. And yeah, like I said, I would not be surprised if we get a Smash Bros. Announcement, because I bet you we were gonna get one at E3, and that didn't happen because of COVID. So I would, if Nintendo seems to be on a roll with announcing stuff recently, so if next week we get the announcement of a Smash Bros. Character, I don't know if it'll come out. Like, if I could see it not coming out until October and November, which they might just wait until October and November to reveal the character. Totally possible. But I could also see them just like, hey, dropping a reveal trailer for the new Smash character, and then saying, hey, we're going to do a presentation in like mid-October, going into full details on the character. I could see that. Yeah, I'm totally down for what Nintendo's doing. I'm totally down. This Zelda game, just like, I did not think I was going to be this interested in a Hyrule Warriors game. But I 100%, it's the setting does it for me. Because I think the Mifa, those champions in Zelda are so interesting. And they just didn't go into enough detail, but now they are. And hey, Breath of the Wild's a trilogy now, which is cool. Oh god, could you imagine like someone in like 5 years playing through, right, they play through this Hyrule Warriors game, they get their heart crushed by the end, and then they go into Breath of the Wild, like actually, like kind of like watching the Star Wars movies in proper order, or in like I personally believe in Star Wars movies that Star Wars movies should be watched 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. That's how I believe you should watch Star Wars movies. I know some people say, oh, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I see the logic of that, but no, I personally believe that they should be watched in the order they're made. Like, the whole, like, oh, Luke, I am your father thing just doesn't hit as strong. But it would be really interesting to see if this, like, can you play, like, people having this debate of, like, should you play this Calamity thing if you haven't played Breath of the Wild and then play Breath of the Wild afterwards? Is it going to be able to stand up, like, as, like, a proper prequel that you can actually play as a prequel and not just, like, the Star Wars prequels? Okay, yeah, I'm all out of water. My throat is dry as hell, and I'm out of water. So yeah, I think we're gonna end off here. We got roses. Like I was expecting to go in, talk about Nintendo, maybe go visit an island or two. We didn't even have to do that. We got roses, which took a little while to get, but hey, we've got roses now. So hopefully over the next month or so, we'll finally be able to build like a big rose garden, a big awesome rose garden. I don't know. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Watch this. I bet we will. I'm going to put right now, we will not have blue roses until we're 3/4 of the way through the series at day 269. Day 269 would be 3/4 of the way through the series, 75%. That's when we'll get our first blue rose. I bet you right now. I bet you right now that's it's gonna be. 'Cause nice. I'm just hoping I can get 5 stars within the next week. I'm gonna have to make some projects to get us 5 stars. I have an idea. Okay, I have 2 ideas. We gotta finish the turtle thing, which maybe we'll work on tomorrow. Because we're getting close to getting that 5 stars. And I really just want to, like, get it. Within the next, like, 11 days. Which, God, I'm running out of time. Okay, 12 days, actually. God, I'm running out of time. I didn't even talk about Among Us. Hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time.